Hey there, it's Elisa, the Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm doing a special reading for the new moon in Sagittarius, which is happening right now. And it's supposed to be a time of like expanding your mind and like new beginnings and like the beginning of a totally new journey, which, you might see behind me. There's all these boxes. So everything I own is in these boxes because this is definitely happening for me. I'm in the process right now of, oh my gosh, Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, which is me. Like, I'm a businesswoman and I'm kind of stopping and reflecting and totally dismantling my shop, which has been, I've been making these vegan cheeses for 10 years, and it was this complete crazy ordeal, which I've talked about in other videos. But yeah, I'm basically in sync with the new moon in Sagittarius. I'm just going to pull some overall energies for the reading for the new moon, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. But definitely, I'm definitely feeling like a big shift that's happening, and it's been super like emotional and tumultuous and hard. I would say it's been very difficult. Okay, so the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, walking away from something that you've really invested a lot in. Exhibit A. On the road to something else. So we've got the Nine of Wands. So this is the wounded warrior. This is someone who's just kind of really fought hard and is kind of, they've still got a little fight left in them, but they're beaten and bruised, And we have the Knight of Swords. So this is a quick incoming message of truth or clarity that's coming in fast. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new opportunity and stability or finances, like maybe a new job offer or something that's coming online. So walking away from something that we've invested a lot in, and we're beat up, wounded, but there's a message coming in of something new on the horizon. So that's good, because yeah, I mean, I've really been struggling for myself with just like keeping a positive mindset so that I can, manifest the positive. We have the Justice and the Star, so that's good. That's like a wrong being righted and a wish coming true, which is, that's ultimately good. But sometimes change is hard, and it's hard to see the forest for the trees in the moment when you're in it, and you're letting go of things that like mean a lot to you to make room for the changes to come in, and it's unsettling times for sure. So, but like, I think in moments like this, it's really important to keep a positive mindset, because basically you attract what you're thinking about. So it's like you want to be in the right frame of mind, because you don't want to just attract lack and negativity and a bad situation, because that might be what you're letting go of, but it's hard to have perspective on it. If you looked at the readings for the last couple of days, it's all about like healing, sort of like a situation of lack to allow for a new situation to come in. So interesting stuff. I'm pulling some cards from my Bianco Nero deck, which I'm really into, for the general energies of the reading. It's a black and white deck, and yeah, like I've said, I'm really hooked on this deck right now. There's something super grounding about it. Like, obviously there's a lot of tumult and change happening, and the simplicity of the black and white I feel like it's like helping me keep things together. So yes, I have one more card, and we had the Justice card come out again, which is interesting. the Star card just flipped over again. So this is good. Like, even though things are changing, like, you know, it's like we gotta remain open to the possibility that it's changing in a good way, you know, because you don't want to attract like a situation out of fear or lack, you know, because that's the whole point of why this is all being healed right now. Okay, so we have the Emperor, we have Temperance, and we have Justice. So this is interesting because this is really speaking to this whole thing that I've been talking about, and especially in the reading from yesterday, there's this whole thing about harnessing your power by healing this feeling of lack or like unworthiness or not being good enough, because that's what's attracting, you know, the negative situation to yourself. So you have to like harness your power and step into this, step into your power. So this Temperance card is, you know, she's got 2 cups. She's kind of mixing things. It's like alchemy in a way, but also just sort of coming into balance, you know, and sometimes it can harken to like a reunion. But it's interesting too because it's right next to the Justice card, which already popped out. So there's like some wrong that's being righted. And this is like sparking some sort of change, which seems like a gentle, you know, change that allows like stepping into our power. So underneath that we have the Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Ten of Wands. So this is super interesting because, you know, there's been this whole storyline, the epic love saga, the dynasties thread, and the Phoenix thread. It's like this King of Pentacles who was like nose to the grindstone, just like rising up from the ashes of destruction of something, and then there's been this oppressed love, you know, and so like part of what was going to help him to step into his power was to be able to offer that, you know, what he's been oppressed from like all this time. And then we have Temperance and the Hanged Man. So this is kind of getting some perspective and finding balance, you know, so just taking a step back to sort of reassess and kind of build a situation that's in more balance, you know. And then we have the Justice right over the Ten of Wands. So this is like dropping like a huge burden, you know, letting it go, righting some kind of wrong. And this is like allowing this balance and the love to come in, is like letting go of this burden, you know. So yeah, this is really interesting for me because, you know, it's like obviously I love this whole era of my life. Oh my gosh, walking away from lack. You got to look at the readings from the last 2 days because this Five of Pentacles is being healed right now, and it's like a massive thing. But yeah, like this has been my baby and my dream, and it's been a horrible burden too. It's been super hard, and so I'm like having to let it go, you know, and it's like brutal, but then at the same time it's like gonna be bringing in some kind of new beginning, you know. So I'm kind of feeling this on a certain level. I'm gonna pull one more, but yeah, there's like a lot of anxiety that goes with like letting go of things that don't serve you, you know, and it's like it shouldn't be like that, you know, like you would think that it wasn't, but like, okay. So, all right, this is interesting because like all these cards that just flopped out. So we've got the 9, this is like the guidance, you know, 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. So it's just like, you gotta let go of this energy. Anxiety, we gotta like let these burdens end and stop focusing on what's lost and turn around and look at what's ahead, because you're missing the boat on what's right in front of you, you know, by hanging on to this stuff. So this is the advice. Like this, you got to make a real conscious effort to let this stuff go, you know? Like, let go of this anxiety and just accept love, you know? Take a step back, let the suffering end. There's actually a reading called End of Suffering. And then, you know, like, let go of these burdens. Stop focusing on what's lost. Let justice come in, you know? There's actually 2 cups right in front of you. There's love. So, yeah. Gotta really, like, harness the power of your mind and, like, really focus on what you want to bring in. And, like, don't give energy away to these negative things, because that's what you're going to bring in, you know? So manifest the positive. I'm going to pull a card from this Sacred Traveler Oracle, see if we can get final message here. But yeah, this new moon, it's like, it's some tough energy, but like it's like, this is an opportunity. You got to look at it as an opportunity to like harness your power and like, if you can do that, oh my gosh, these are super fitting. If you can do that, if you can heal that, then you can bring in love and abundance for yourself. But you're going to have to let go of these things that aren't working, you know? So, Desert Passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. So yeah, there's this journey ahead, and it's not going to be easy, you know, but like, you know, have faith and trust that this is leading to something better, you know, even though it might not seem like it right this second, is, you know, all the unsettled moment. But then we have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So this is a really important thing to remember when all this is happening, you know, because sometimes you can be really focused on the loss, you know, and you can get stuck there. So it's really, you know, really, really important to not do this right now, to focus on what's ahead, because there's infinite abundance. You just have to, like, you know, adapt and change our mindset to go with that. So that's a message for today, for the new moon in Sagittarius. Hopefully that's helpful to someone. I think it's helpful for me, because I'm feeling, you know, like I'm struggling with keeping my anxiety in check today. So hope this helps you, and we'll see you later. Like, actually, there might be 2 readings today because it's a new moon. All right, talk to you later. Bye.